Okay, Omari Broussard here, Immediate Action Marketing. This is the first of many videos where we'll be doing some Q&A. So I was on Facebook, and a friend of mine posted a pretty interesting post. It was a question to his group, and the question, I kind of marked out a few here, but I wanted to highlight just the main parts. So one is Facebook and Instagram's new algorithm is killing my sales. Keyword being sales there. So I want to get that out. And no longer do they pop up on people's feeds, and even the paid advertisement is no longer producing the same number of views, likes, and sales. Anyone have any suggestions? So I'm just going to give a couple suggestions that I have without revealing too much about his business, but I think this will be benefit for not just him, but for everybody else. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first, we need to go back to the beginning. In my book, Immediate Action Marketing, Tactical Marketing System, I mentioned a model called the Marketing Triangle, which was designed by Dan Kennedy. And basically, the Marketing Triangle kind of gives us a core concept, a core model when we think about marketing as a whole. So when we look at the triangle, it has three sides, and we're looking at the market on one side, the message, and media. Okay, so this is pretty much, if you are selling something to the world, you're going to need a market, you're going to need a message, and you're going to need media to communicate that message to the market. Now, these happen in no particular order, but you need these three things in order to successfully sell a product or service. Now, what we're looking for to kind of get the maximum amount of value out of this is you need the right market, you got to give them the right message, and they need to be on the right media. So, for example, if you're selling cars to people that can't drive, you have the wrong market. It doesn't matter how good your message or how good the media is, you have the wrong market, right? If you are selling cars and you pick a market that needs cars, but you're selling them, your message is about luxury vehicles and the market can't afford it, then now you have the wrong message. And then the media, if people are still using direct mail or fax machines and you try to hit them on Facebook and they're not even on Facebook, then you have the wrong media. So the goal is to get right market, right message, right media. Now going back to the question, right? Facebook, let's look at what Facebook is. Facebook is a media, right? So the Facebook platform is a media. And that media allows you to access a large market to get your message out there. But once again, it's just the media, right? So if we look at what type of media it is, then we can kind of classify Facebook as a traffic media, right? So I'm looking at, in order for me to get people to my offer, right? Let's say this is the offer. I need traffic, right? So traffic, I can use direct mail, I can use Facebook, I can use Google Ads, I can use YouTube, right? There's a number of traffic medias that I can use, this one being Facebook to the offer, right? So in this case, he's using Facebook ads, Facebook posts to drive people to an offer for them to buy. Now, there's a couple issues with this model here, right? One, we're using a traffic source that we control, but we don't own. Control and own, right? So with Facebook, you can control the traffic platform because you can target people, you can bid a certain amount of money, but you don't own it. And the reason why I say you don't own it, because of, if we go back to the question, is Facebook and Instagram's algorithm. right? So, and we can go to the bottom here, paid advertisement no longer producing the same number of views, likes, and sales, right? So what that means is Facebook has an algorithm that determines who in your market is going to see that message, right? So trying to keep it simple because the answer to the question requires some depth, but I'm going to try to give you a few things to think about. And for my buddy, this may help him with his issue, right? So one is rule of one. So the rule of one is basically don't rely on one thing, right? So the rule of one is don't rely on one thing. You need multiple traffic sources, right? You may have to do Facebook. You may have to do your website, right? So people go to your website and then you drive them to an offer. YouTube, you can use video. So you can track people to your videos, give them some content, and then drive them to the offer. So you need more than one media to get to people because of the nature of the platform. So Facebook, although it has a great advertising platform, Facebook is, make the analogy of the cocktail party, right? So people go to Facebook. Why do people go to Facebook is the question, right? They go there to socialize, right? And be entertained. So Facebook's algorithm is driven towards getting people to engage with the platform. So they're only going to show things or show posts that are engaging to people or people that the algorithm believes people will engage with, right? So that's, when we look at engagement, we're looking at likes, shares, and comments, right? That's engagement, right? There's also a relevancy piece in there. So the message also has to be relevant to the people that you're putting the message in front of. So there's that piece you got to worry about too. So number one question is the post engaging? So that's question number one, right? Is the post engaging? When people see the post, do they like it? Do they share it? Do they comment on it? Right? And that comes back, if we go back to the marketing triangle, that's the messaging part, right? You want your messaging to be engaging. All right, so number two is we got to look at who are you putting the message in front of, right? So this goes along with the market, but one of the things with Facebook is, especially if you're selling things on Facebook, your targeting has to be on point, right? So who are you targeting? And there's three classes of, let's say categories of traffic, right? There's cold, warm, and hot. Cold traffic are people who don't know you. So they have no idea who you are, right? Warm traffic are people that know you. And hot traffic are those that people that have bought before, right? So not only do they know you, but they've purchased from you. Now, each ad you put out needs to address each one of these markets. Now, what normally happens is this. We go back to our model here. You get on Facebook, hey, I have this cool new widget, buy it from me, right? Well, eventually that runs out. That'll last in the first, first few buyers. You may get, a couple hundred people to buy, but after that, then you got to look at people that look at that message and go, oh, maybe I'll buy later, or, oh, I don't have the money right now, right? And if your marketing strategy doesn't facilitate those who are interested but don't want to buy right now, then you're screwed regardless of what platform you use, right? So you need to craft your posts for each type of market. Now, if you're posting something on your page to people that like the page, the people that like your page will see that post. Well, they'll only see it a small percentage of the time, right? So let's say I have 100 likes on my page, maybe 3 people will see that, right? See that post. This is considered warm market. So I got people that like my page. Let's say I have 100. They're considered warm market, but the way Facebook does it is they'll only show it to 3. Now, how do you get it shown to more people on your page? Well, you got to pay for it, right? So if you pay for it, you may be able to capture more of those people, right? Now we look at the cold market is where most people are, people that don't know you. Well, it's very hard to get a large number of cold traffic to buy from you because they don't know you, right? They don't know you. So what you need to do is you got to have content, right, that's going to attract the cold market to become warm. And that's not necessarily a sale, right? Because making a sale is a big commitment. It's like going to a girl in a bar. For the guys in the audience, going to a girl in a bar and say, hey, you look pretty, will you marry me? It never works, right? Or it could work, and you end up with a crappy marriage. So you got to be aware that marketing in business is no different than a personal relationship. So you got to take them through this kind of process. They're cold, then you got to warm them up, get them to know you, and then eventually, once they know, like, and trust you, they'll buy, right? So let's go with a couple. Let's see, we got the 2 things. So those are the 2 big things: is the post engaging and who are you talking to. And then number 3, for the majority, they're going to be going after cold traffic because that's where the large number of people are. Then you have to create content that takes them from cold to warm. And that content doesn't always have to be your own content, but it still needs to be relevant and valuable to your target market, right? So we're looking at relevant and valuable. And then once you take them to that content, there's a way, by setting up what's called a funnel, quote unquote, to take them from, hey, here's my content, you find this valuable, here you can go check out some more stuff. And then once you get them in your system, then you can, make offers to them, right? And then they're more likely to buy because now you've developed this relationship. So what's a quick model you can set up that would help you with this engagement piece? All right, so number 1, let's say we're using Facebook. So this one works real well. So Facebook, you can drive them to content that's relevant, and that content can be in Facebook, or it could be on your website, or it could be a video on your website. So let's say you drive them to content to warm them up, and then you have to make an irresistible offer. Okay? So let's say this content is on my webpage or on a landing page that I created, and now I take them to an irresistible offer. And the irresistible offer is an offer that somebody wouldn't refuse. Now, and that irresistible offer can be a low ticket offer. That still works. Or it can be a video, bonus video, or you can sell them, let's say you're selling a physical product, maybe you sell them into a lesser value product, and then, hit them up for the larger item. But anyway, you want to make an irresistible offer, okay? Now, let's say they go to this piece of content, but they don't go to the offer. Well, Facebook has something cool called a Facebook Pixel. So with this Facebook Pixel, you can put them on all pages of your website, and what that pixel will do will create a custom audience. Now understand this is a simplified version, right? There's a lot more to this, but I'm just trying to give you the idea. So now, if they go to your content, whatever it may be, and you send them to your home, which is your site, now they're pixeled. Now you can send this custom audience to a more targeted ad. Right? And that may be to an offer. Okay? So let's say they go to the offer. Let me change the color of my pen here. Let's say they make it to the offer, but they don't buy. Well, you can have a mechanism that pops up that even if they don't buy, maybe what you offered them wasn't what they wanted, right? So you can say, hey, if you get on my email list, I'll let you know when new offers come up. Or I'll give you some more relevant content. Or I'll give you XYZ, whatever it may be. Email list is key because this is traffic that you own. So not only do you control your email list, you own it. And now you can not only hit them up on Facebook, because your email list can also be uploaded to another custom audience where you can also give them targeted ads, right? So I'll leave it there. I'll kind of let you kind of stew over the model a little bit. But let's go back here. This is what you want to avoid. Let me change the color of my pen. You want to avoid this. This only lasts for so long. Okay, and this is for your hot buyers. You can get away with this from a hot buyer. This will also work if you have an irresistible offer. But if you just hit them with this and now they buy one time and you're not, putting them in your system and getting them to buy more, it's like a one-night stand, right? So this doesn't facilitate a full marketing and conversion system. This is kind of just one-off. And if you want to build a lasting business, you need more. You need less of this and more of something like this. So enter your comments below. Would love to hear your feedback on this. I hope this helps out. Like I said, this is a quick down and dirty, this conceptual. We can actually, break this down. But if I get more questions, I'll go more in depth. All right, thanks a lot. Omari Broussard, Immediate Action Marketing. Immediate Action Marketing Uncut Q&A series video. Enjoy and have a great day.